Hello, trading is closed on July 26, 2022. We always do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, July 27th, 2022. Please remember I can be completely wrong. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. Also, I'm having people order the webinar from me. I need your email address if you want me to send it to you. Without the email address, I don't know where to send the webinar. Thanks. Okay, we look for the pattern with the early high. This is it. Tomorrow should have the early high. We had a target of 4,002.87. I said I would stay with it unless we gap down smartly. We gap down smartly, the call's killed before the open, and there's no call. We get to add this target to the list, 40.02.87. We also get to cross a target off the list, 39.15.11. Here the target printed. Support right under the target. We have a new target from today's pattern, 39.34.33. This is what we said, gapping down smartly kills the call before the open. During the day we have an ultimate sell signal that worked, but was also a higher target. This move is called false. We're going to trade over this high. Gives us a target of 39.34.33. Futures, last time I looked, were around 39.53, so we shouldn't have too much trouble printing that. Anyone who was familiar with the MEJT system, certainly while this was dropping, would have a good argument for not staying short overnight, because you would know there's a good chance that higher target's coming. Well, we finally got the break under this trend line I've been waiting for, but I can't say it's very impressive. You have to go past today's close by 1 cent, or else that break doesn't count. Futures are already up, so that could be a false break. There's also a Gann fan line. 1 day by 2 points goes back to the COVID low, that's support. So it looks like this is going to be a false break that stopped right at support from the Gann fan line and support from the MEJT target. Here's dividing this range up into eighths. Here's the high. Connect these intersections with this low, and there's your support again right there. So we have strong support at today's low. I have much lower targets, and I was looking for some kind of impulse down from here. I was hoping that was going to work, but it's pretty easy to count this as an A with 5 waves, an ABC, another 5 wave. That completes an ABC for A. Doesn't mean it's the only count, but it's another evidence that we have strong support at this low. And for all these reasons, I think we trade higher tomorrow. Now, as always, if we gap down smartly, all that's killed, but futures are up smartly, and absent some kind of news event, that's pretty hard for me to see how that happens at this point. Wednesday's pattern has the early high. We could still gap down. There's a higher target. Unless we gap down smartly, the rules call for it to print. Futures are well over the cash equivalent price. As I write this, it would be surprising if the target didn't print. Today's low is at the Gann fan line and MEJT support. The wave count's compatible with a drop from last week being over. This was the third straight day. A bearish day couldn't close under midday's lows. We also have a gap in the hole. And there was a wall with gap pattern. The gap tends to fill promptly. Here's your wall. Here's your gap. Usually pretty soon you go up, fill the gap, find resistance over the high of the wall, which is 39.68.57. Doesn't have to happen soon, but usually it does. So all that's bullish stuff. I think we'll see higher prices tomorrow regardless of how we close. Now the FOMC announcements tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern typically leads to wild moves. I don't know how to predict what those moves are going to do. And what happens after the announcement, I just have no way to call that with any degree of accuracy. But for right now, this looks like a completed pullback to strong support. Futures are already up smartly. We have 3934.33 locked in place if we can just hold the current gains, and I'm not putting 40.0287 out of reach. This is not what I was looking for, but that's why I take things a day at a time. And tomorrow has the early high. Look for higher prices, wild moves after the FOMC, which I'm not predicting, and that's today's call.